Alright, so with the Fantastic Four that is well underway, with the cast officially announced, with filming that is ready to go this summer in the UK, and so far we got certain casting announcements that have come and go, but with the important topic of today's video is that we officially have the announcement for who will be playing Galactus in the Fantastic Four, and trust me, for what I say for who this name is, that it's going to be playing this big bad menacing villain, a super cosmic villain. You'll be very surprised which name is about to be announced here as well. And so that's what I do for you guys in this video is breaking down who would be playing Galactus in the MCU and why this villain is going to be so important for the future of the MCU, and plus this is not going to be like a one and done villain, and there's so much more to talk about as well. And so if you're new here, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss on any future vids. But now let's talk about it. And now, as I mentioned, for who will be playing Galactus in the Fantastic Four, the main big bad villain for this movie. Now, this is officially coming from the Hollywood Reporter, and that is Ralph in the Sun. And now, especially for who this actor is, he's been basically a British with like a deep voice. And if you guys don't know what he sounds like from his line of work, here's a clip.
We are this close to winning the war.
And on top of that, if you even know with this man that is known for that voice, but not only that, even as we look at his filmography, I mean, this man is known for roles in a bunch of iconic pop culture movies and shows that we all love so much, including for Harry Potter, The Witch. He also had a role in Game of Thrones, The Creator, and also in the latest horror movie, The First Omen. And also, now, I don't know if this is a coincidence, but I think he already exists in the MCU. Plus, in the very first Guardians film in 2014, he played a Ravager pilot. And now, years later, we now have him as the main villain Galactus in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the Fantastic Four. And now, I'm really happy for this guy. And he even put out a tweet last night on social media confirming the Demeter cosmic villain. I'll see what I can do, and especially I can hear him in his voice while saying that. But even though that he confirmed himself that he'll be playing Galactus, this big bad missing cosmic villain that has the ability to consume planets, and even that we have the Silver Surfer that's going to be along with him, played by Julia Gardner. And I'm just really excited for this man, for what he has to deliver. And also some key points that I definitely want to point out here, especially with Galactus, and that is going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the Fantastic Four and its reboot in the MCU. And it's not like this is going to be like a one and done villain, like he dies and just never comes back. But I know he's going to be sticking around in the MCU for as long as possible, probably for the more cosmic entity side in the MCU, because even what Marvel is doing, especially with a casting like an unknown actor like this guy, I mean, it's probably true, because even as we look at their line of work, especially from the Infinity Saga, like even casting like a known name like Ralph Ineson has had roles in like big movies, but like now he's about to become like the more entity, a cosmic threat to the Fantastic Four in the MCU. And even that we have the Silver Surfer, as I mentioned, that is going to be his herald, played by Julia Gardner, as going to basically help him. And that we have the Silver Surfer in the MCU, and even along with some other things. And now, like, I mean, I can't to see for what this villain does in the MCU, of what he's gonna look like in live action, for once we get footage of that, or once the get the cameras rolling. And plus, this is going to be set in the 60s, because even as we take a look at the artwork that Marvel has put out, and that it's going to be like an alternate future city set in the 60s, and that even for what he's going to look like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty messy to be consuming on that planet. On top of that, we have gotten some recent casting announcements for the Fantastic Four that I definitely want to put out here, but it's still in the topic of this video. Is that even with John Malkovich has been casted in like an unknown role that's like kept under wraps for this movie, and I don't know if he's gonna be like having some role, or if he's gonna be working for Galactus or like some known thing. That's probably gonna happen towards, I don't know, like the middle of the movie. I mean, Marvel and other studios do this all the time, and I'm not sure what role he's going to play. I mean, there's going to be lots of speculation and predictions for who he's going to for the character that he was playing. But I don't know if he's going to be related to Galactus or like play some sort of like character helping the Fantastic Four. And that's just something that I'm really hoping for. And on top of that, even with Paul Walter Hauser, and even with this guy that's known for Cobra Kai, with Cruella, I, Tonya, and just so much more, he's also been cast in an unknown role. But I think what people are speculating online is that we're going to be playing Herbie, like a robot, but even Mo-Man, but even with him playing like a role in the MCU, and that's like a big deal, especially coming from this guy, because I loved him in Cobra Kai, and I can receive for what he does. But even though that so much is coming out for this movie, and Marvel is doing everything that they can to get it all in order and in place so that they can start filming this summer in London in the UK and get it out to us next year. And now that we have everything announced, the Fantastic Four cast, the villain, and even with the other additional cast members, they have unknown roles and which are kept under wraps. And I'm very excited for what this movie has to deliver, and I hope it delivers a fresh start for the Fantastic Four and an entry and their debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even like if you guys have known the previous casting rumor that would, and Antonio Banderas was in line as a candidate for Galactus, the main villain, but I pretty much don't see him as a villain. But you with Ralph in his son is definitely the most perfect person to play this role, because Galactus is really evil. He's like a cosmic threat. He's like basically a cosmic entity that devours on planets and essentially crushes them. And like he's like a big deal, especially in the source material. And with this actor that definitely has the deep voice of a villain to play this menacing villain. But I think that they'll do some CGI on him and make him more like menacing. But I think Marvel cannot screw this up with our main villain Galactus. Like he has to be perfect, and I hope that like general audiences feel so much about this villain that I just hope that this villain actually delivers on the movie that we've all been waiting for so long, ever since they announced the movie years ago. And now that we have our main villain announced, and this just gets me even more excited for the movie. And so, for my final thoughts is, I'm so happy that Galactus has been casted for the Fantastic Four in the MCU. Our big main villain, played by Ralph in a sense, I can receive what this man delivers. He has the perfect, deep British voice for a villain, especially like this one. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be sticking around in the MCU for like a while now. Like, not just for the Fantastic Four in the MCU coming out next year, but possibly for other films, probably in like a Secret Wars, or like possibly in like more cosmic entity films in the MCU. He's be dealing with a ton more stuff. Plus, even though with actors that like sign up for like a once a lifetime opportunity, plus like, they're going to be sticking around in the roles for the MCU for like a while now. But now that we have everything underway in order for the Fantastic Four, it just makes me so excited. And my most anticipated movies for next year, I'm calling it right now. If this movie actually delivers, then now that we have the official cast announced and everything is so sort of in place, and I just cannot be more excited for it. And I hope that to see this man crush it as the main villain, Galactus, in the MCU for the Fantastic Four. And so that is going to be it for this video. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and what your thoughts on this casting announcement with Ralph and his son officially casted out as our main villain, Galactus, in the MCU. And let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications about future videos. And also follow all my social medias, which are linked down below. And with that, I'll see y'all next video. Peace.